Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host, for the first episode in the year 2024, our first morning coffee and crochet. And I'm so glad to be here with you, and I'm so glad that you're here as well. If you're watching live, let me know by saying good morning, by saying Happy New Year, by saying hello, whatever it is that you want to say. And if you're here watching later on the replay, put a little message down below and just let me know how you're doing. Say hello. Tell me whatever you want to tell me, and let's get this year going. So let me go back and see who's here. Alice is here. Happy New Year to you. I hope you had a great New Year. And hello to Connie with just another stitch. Happy New Year to you. And it's so nice to see you both. If there's anybody else here, let me know. Just say hello. I would love to say hello back to you. I've got my coffee. I might be a little hungover, tired. Happy New Year, Trudy. Happy New Year to you. It's good to see you. All right. Connie says, I can stay until a little before 8. My 3-year pot-iversary is all set. Nice. Happy pot-iversary to you. Ah, Jeannie. She's sending smiles from Daytona. It's so good to see you. So here it is. Excuse me. I should have cleared my throat before I started. Connie says, Bud Buddy says, meow. He didn't like the fireworks. Yes, I can imagine. So I'm looking out my window, and it looks like there might be a little bit of blue in the sky. Good morning, Miguel. It's good to see you. Happy New Year to you. And it looks like there's a little bit of blue in the sky. Yesterday, our sky looked white. The day before, it looked white, which to me meant maybe we might get a little snow. I thought maybe we would. We did not. But you know what? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Connie. I am going to be live for about 45 minutes. About 45 minutes. Yep. Usually 45 to 50 minutes. Sometimes a little bit more. Do you ever feel like you have like a little hair or something on your lip, and you keep going like that, and you keep trying to get it off, but there's nothing there? And I did that all night last night. I kept thinking that it just felt like there was something on my lip. There wasn't. I don't know what happened, but anyway. Yay. Nitty New Year from Daytona, but from Jeannie. Yes. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I have coffee, and I have my new thing is just putting a little bit of half and half in it. No sweetener. And you know what? I really like it that way. And I'm only using a tiny bit of half and half. I don't have to use as much half and half as I did the creamer with all of the, flavors and artificial flavors and whatnot. So it's really surprising to me that I'm just using just the tiniest bit of half and half, saving money. So I like that. And I like that I'm not having to put all of this extra in, I'm liking that. Just a nice straight cream just to take a little bit of the edge off, and I really like it. I'm liking it. So here's the question. How was your New Year's? Creamers. How was your New Year? Let's see. Connie says, I do a little stevia and flavored sugar-free coffee creamer. Lately, I've been getting the powdered creamer. Yes, powdered creamer does last longer, and I do like powdered creamer, but I'm trying to get away from all of those artificial flavors and colors and all of that stuff. I'm trying. I'm not completely successful because trust me, if somebody offers me a Dorito, yeah, I'm going to say thank you. Yes, I would like a Dorito. Thank you. And I know there's a ton of, artificial everything in those. So, yeah. But, little steps, little things that I can change here and there. And I'm really trying to do that. So, anyway, that's my story. I'm going to stick with it. Let's see. Trudy is 35 degrees Celsius. That's hot. That's 100 for non-metric folks. Thanks, Alice, for converting that, because I didn't know. I was thinking, 35 Celsius. That sounds cold. But no, it is 100 degrees. Wow. That is a lot. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see. So everyone knows it's not a live. You're just doing a premiere that opens the chat. I see. Everyone has 2 weeks to enter for the prizes. That's nice, Connie. That's really nice. Okay, it's not a live. Let's see. Happy New Year, everyone. Let's see. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. All right. All right. A few drops of juice will do wonders. Yeah. Oh, yes. Uh-huh. You do need a little sweetness with your coffee. Yes. Yes. I understand that too. I understand that too. Yes. And Jeannie does creamers flavored with coffee, flavored on coffee. Okay. Miguel says, sometimes I put a dash of cinnamon in your black coffee. Yes, I've done that too. I've done that too. The fireworks aggravated you last night, Connie. Too much noise and Buddy got scared. Then you didn't get any sleep. Oh, yeah. You're in zombie mode. That's kind of cute. Oh, my goodness. So last night, there was nothing going on, right? I mean, we had the Happy New Year, boo, 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 making your noise and whatever. And so then we had company last night, and my aunt and uncle, Larry and Charlotte, were here. And they live in Pennsylvania, but they have a cabin here in the Smoky Mountains. So they were here for the holiday. And so they came over, and that was really nice. But then, at midnight, they had almost an hour drive to get home to their cabin. So they left right away, and there was no noise outside or anything. And I thought, well, it's been a while since Rosie wanted to go out with them. And I'm like, yeah, you can let Rosie out with you, because I thought she would just, go potty and come back in. Well, wouldn't you know it, as soon as they got out there, there was somebody shooting a gun, making loud noise. And so she got frightened, and when they opened their truck door, she climbed in their truck and she wouldn't get out. Little girl was so scared, and so they kept trying to get her out, and she would go from this side to this side to this side, and she would just keep going back and forth, and she was just scared. So my husband came, and he came to the door, and his sister was there. He's like, Tanya, can you come help me? So I can't get Rosie out of the truck. So she took a Cheeto or something like that, right? She took something, and she went and tried to, get her to come out. And Rosie was like, yeah, that's not good enough. No, I'm not getting out. And so I real quick grabbed a piece of cake. It was vanilla, so, no chocolate or anything, but I grabbed a little tiny piece of cake, and I went out there, and I'm like, come here, baby, come here to mama, do you want a bite? Do you want a treat? So I gave her a little bite of that cake, not all of it, obviously, right? And I'm like, it's okay, come on with mommy. And so she came out, and she was like, yeah, I would like mommy's cake, And so I think it was partially me and partially the cake. She trusted that everything was going to be okay. So we real quick got up on the porch and got in the house, and, right at the door, because I didn't want her to run again, I gave her another little bite, and then we got in the house and I gave her the rest of the bite, And so, yeah. So we didn't let her out anymore last night. That was it, because, I'm just glad she didn't decide to run, and it kind of scared me that she did, but I was so glad that they were there, and their doors, they opened the truck doors, and she was like, I guess I'm going with you now. I guess I found my new home, because she was not getting out. Not getting out. It was, right? Yes. She was scared. Yes, that's right. Bless her heart. I knew you'd understand. Yes. And so, yeah. So, but other than that, we just had a really, really good time. It was, my grandson is here. My Aunt Dottie is here. That's my mom's sister. And my Uncle Larry is my mom and my Aunt Dottie's brother. So the three siblings were there. And so we just had fun. My sweet sister-in-law, Tanya, and her husband came over, and their friend Enzo. And so we just had a really good, just a really relaxing, fun time. We just chatted, and it was just very casual. Tanya crocheted. I crocheted. I told my Aunt Charlotte, I'm like, I don't know if you can handle this wild party that we're having here. We're just like hooping it up with all this crochet and stuff. And she's like, I know. And hubby said, yeah, if we don't tone it down, the cops are going to get called. So we had on TV, we had the Nashville Bash. It was country music live from Nashville, and it was fun. It was fun to watch. They had a lot of good Kane Brown, and I can't think of anybody else, but I know that they had Trace Atkins and Blake Shelton. They were at another live venue, so they would go over. They would take the camera over there, and they would show them singing songs, and so that was fun. And lots of other people, Lainey Wilson, and I don't know who else, but anyway, it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and then they did the countdown, and everybody, Happy New Year, So that was fun, and but I didn't get to sleep until after 3. It was quite interesting. I'm warming up my hands with my coffee. Can you see how red my hands are? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So, listen, for those of you who've been concerned about my cotton, I did find a couple of these. So yay to cotton yarn. And remember, this is our yay, I'm not buying yarn. It's our Yinbi year and our year of joy. And so I am so excited that today is the first day of Yinbi and our first day of finding joy in all kinds of little ways. So today we're going to find joy in our coffee, in knowing that today is January 1st of a brand new year. We're so excited to turn that page and start a new year. And just start with a refreshed mind. We spent time with, my family. We spent time with my family last night, and that was fun. We told fun stories. Oh, I got to tell you something. This was so cute. So cute. So my mom, she got a pair of overalls a couple years ago here in Tennessee. In fact, it was just the next town over. And so anyway, she fell in love with them. So 2 Christmases ago, for Christmas, everybody got her one pair of overalls. So she got like one pair from everybody, right? So, excuse me, individually. So she ended up with, I don't know, 7 or 8 pairs of, I don't know how many, but anyway, I'm going to say 7 or 8 pairs of overalls. And so, anyway, she and my Aunt Dottie are, right around the same size and everything. So Mom was like, Dottie, do you want to, I have an extra pair of overalls. Do you want to wear overalls today? And Dottie was like, yes, I would love to wear overalls. So they both wore overalls yesterday for the new year and for New Year's Eve. And my mom had red ones or pink ones. I don't know if they're red or pink. It's kind of hard to tell, right? But they're stripes, little thin pinstripes, right? And then she gave my Aunt Dottie a blue pinstripe one. So they were kind of matching. One was pink, one was wearing pink, and one was wearing blue. And they're so adorable. So I got some photos of them together. And then Mom declared that in order to have a country new year, that we would need to wear our overalls. So she got my husband to put overalls on, so I got pictures of them. Well, I got pictures of him by himself, too. And a couple years ago, his sister had given him a fake, an imitation coonskin hat. So it had a little face of a raccoon on the front, right? And, it's not real. It's, and it had the tail on the back. So he got that and he put that on and he came out, and it was so fun. So fun to see him, he just really kind of embraced it, right? And so Mom and Dottie really enjoyed that. And so he posed for me for some pictures with his coonskin cap on. And then my mom wanted my grandson to put, and she had an extra pair on, and he was like, I don't wear blue jeans, So I went over and I whispered in his ear, and I'm like, this would be a really nice Christmas present for Nana if you would just go put it on for her and let me take a picture with her, and then you can go take it off, And I said, I promise I won't put it on social media. I won't embarrass you or anything. And so anyway, he did it. He went and put on a pair of overalls, and he stood there and he looked like he had a stomach ache. His face just said, I don't like this. But he put them on anyway. He looked like he was in pain. But he put them on anyway, and he did it for his Nana. And I got some photos, and they're really great. I sent one to his mom, and she just thought it was the most adorable thing. And so that was really, really fun. It was just really fun. So we really enjoyed doing that. And somehow I got away without putting mine on. I stayed busy. They need to invent a coffee maker that brings you your cup of coffee. Yes. Oh, you watched the Nashville Bash there too? Yeah, not the fireworks. Yeah. Good morning, Nikki. Good morning. Yes. Okay, you're not on that not buying yarn train. Good morning, Alice. Good morning again. Oh, yes, you've been here. When you retired, your motto was, if it doesn't bring me joy, I'm not doing it. Your family laughs at that? Oh, my goodness. Well, just wait, right? Oh, you got Red Heart Super Saver for $1 on clearance the other day? Good for you. That's good. I know. That was funny. That was funny, Alice. That was so funny. So, yeah, but he was a good sport about it. He really was. So that was nice. I enjoyed it. So, yeah, that was, and yesterday he got to ride the four-wheeler, so that was good. And he's the one. Oh, thank you, Connie. Thank you, dear. Happy New Year to you. So, he was very very happy to ride the four-wheeler. So I took a video of him and sent it to him so he could share it with his friends. And so that was fun. And then let me see. Oh, there was something wrong with the four-wheeler. There was like a button or a switch loose or something. So Dustin figured out how to fix that. And so he was really proud of himself, and rightly so. So that was fun. But anyway, we've just been having a really, really nice, casual and yet busy and yet not busy kind of a weekend, you know. Oh, we had too much food last night. Too much food. And but it was all good. It was all really good. And so no complaints. Just pace yourself, right? So last night or yesterday afternoon, I made a breakfast casserole. It was like a strata where you take the bread and then you layer meat and cheese and then you put more bread on top and a little more cheese on top, and then you take your eggs and your milk and, you know, whatever, salt and pepper or whatever, and you you know, mix that together, and then you pour that on the top, cover it, put it in your fridge, and it all soaks up in there. And then the next day, all you have to do is put it in the oven. So that's what I did yesterday. So that's in the oven right now. So I don't have to cook breakfast or make breakfast or whatever. I just had to put it in the oven. And so that's going to be nice. So we can eat on that for a while. And so anyway, that's what we did. We just had a really good, oh, let me show you what I've been doing. Okay, so I showed you some of the progress on my rug, and so I want to show you a little bit more because I've been working on it. I think I do need to move you back just a little bit in order to be able to show this to you properly. Yeah, it's this way. Okay, so this is the rug so far, and you know, I'm really liking it. I'm really liking it, and so yeah, this is the rug so far. And so I've just started with a new lighter color. So I just started with that, and then because I thought, you know, well, we started out a little bit light with the orange and whatever, and let me move you in just a little closer so you can see some of the colors. And so anyway, I laid this out in front of my tub, and I determined that I could probably use another 5 rows. So that's going to just make it grow this, like, you know, it's not just going to grow this way, it's going to just grow out. So I think another 5 rows and it'll be perfect. And so then once I get that up and everything, I'm going to make sure it's not too slippery, right? I think what I might do is take my glue gun and go along, like on the back side, and go along like one of these rows right here, not where the holes are, but like where the stitch is, and just do little dots all over so that it won't slide so much, you know. And I think that will work. Just the glue gun and just doing that, it'll just keep it from sliding. And maybe it will be okay and it won't come out like in the wash, right? Right? Oh, thanks, guys. So I'm really enjoying this, and I'm going to do a tutorial to show how to make this rug. And so then when I put it down, I actually put it down for the very first time last night just to get a gauge of the size, right? And when I put it down, I realized that like right in front of the sink, there's an area there. And then I knew that there was an area in front of the shower that I wanted to do. And so, yeah, and I'm kind of liking this, having it go around and around and around. So I may actually do like, you know how you like go this far and then you go around and around and around and around, and you can make corners so that you can make like, instead of going back and forth, although that is really nice too. And I may like that a little better. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but this one I'm really liking. And I think that this one, this size would be really nice in front of the toilet too. So I don't know. You know, I'm not really a big fan of the rugs that like hug the toilet, right? Because they always get knocked around and then you have these little flappies on either side, right? And so I think maybe doing something like this, but then, I don't know. You know, what if you did like you didn't keep increasing it here, you know, in front of the toilet, but then you kept increasing on the other sides. I don't know how that would work, but anyway. So I think that that would be nice just to have a little something, you know, in front of the toilet area. So Miguel says the possibilities are endless. You could just make a whole blanket as a rug for the whole bathroom floor and just like completely cover the bathroom floor. You know what, Miguel? I could do that, right? You could do it too, because we are crafty like that. Yes, we are. I could do that. I could just crochet rugs for the whole house, right? Who needs to buy an expensive rug when I have yarn? That would be one way to use up all my yarn, wouldn't it? If I did carpet for everybody's room. That's funny. Oh my gosh. That's really funny. So, of course, I'm using cotton because I want it to be absorbent. You know, when you get out of the shower or the bath and your feet are wet and you're a little drippy, you want to stand on something that is going to absorb. Oh, Miguel says, sometimes I want to make a sweater for this trailer because it gets drafty. You know, I hear you, Miguel. I hear you. And, you know, if you have like windows that are drafty, why not? Why not make a little, do a tight stitch like I would do like a half double, because then you get a little bit of the height. You don't quite get the full height of a double, but you do get the close stitch of a single crochet. So a half double would work. And then make like a little roll to put in front of your windows and like stuff it. So you could do that. That would work. That would work really well. And just, you know, make a couple of those for your door and for your windows just to keep the draft out, right? Yeah. That would be good. That would be a good way to do it. So, yes, so I've worked on that. Oh, and yay, hallelujah, my sweet sister-in-law brought me the clear tote that has my scrap blanket in it that I was making for the guest room. So I got it. And so I have that I can start, you know, getting that. I can actually lay it on the bed and see how big it is, because I don't even know how far I am with my progress, right? So, oh, an auto rug an auto rug? Yes. You love scrap projects. I do too. Jeannie, I'm not sure what exactly you're saying. Put rubber won't slip. An auto rug? Are you talking about like the car rugs? Okay. I think that might be what you're talking about. I'm not sure. So, mm. So not only am I doing the yin bee, yay, I'm not buying yarn. Oh, you didn't schedule it as a premiere? Oh, no, Connie. That's too bad. I like being able to interact and chat live while you watch it. I do like doing that. You had a major brain frog that day? Oh my goodness, yeah. Um, I thought that I saw that it was upcoming, so I thought it was a premiere, but maybe it wasn't. Or, yeah, that's kind of funny, huh? So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, the Yimby. Yay, I'm not buying yarn. That is starting today, and I'm excited. So we've got the Yimby going, and I decided that since we had been, when we moved in, like the week before we moved in, I had did a Sam's Club run and got some basics, because when you're in a house and you don't have, your pantry items, you don't have all of the things that filled your pantry, you need stuff, right? And oh, good, it let you come back to the live. I'm so glad that you're back, Connie. I'm so glad. So we had been buying to stock the pantry and everything, and then with Thanksgiving coming, and then we had Christmas and New Year's and everything, and so we've been buying some stuff that we wouldn't normally buy, even to make Christmas, the Christmas cookies, but to make some recipes for the holidays. And so I thought, we had been we bought extra cream cheese and extra sour cream, and just things that we might have, a block of cream cheese or a little bit of sour cream, but not in the quantities that we've been buying them, because we've been making recipes that have required them. And so I was like, we did another Sam's Club run right after Christmas, right before New Year's, because we needed more sour cream and we needed more cream cheese. That's why I was thinking about that. And so I said to Mom, I'm like, how about let's do a no-spend January? And she's like, that sounds great. So in January, not only am I not buying yarn, but we're doing a no-spend. So what that means for us is that we will buy, if we need milk, we'll buy milk. But I make bread, so we don't need bread. And so that used to be the things that we would still get, milk and bread. So I don't have a cow. Yes. And so, anyway, thank you, Jeannie. Thank you for that. And she says, floor mats of rubber for the wet areas of the floor are safer than crochet area rugs. Yes, that's true. And that's why I was going to put the rubber type on the bottom of the rug so that it will keep it from slipping. So we'll see. Yes. Oh, milk, bread, and eggs equals French toast. Miguel, you know me, don't you? I love French toast. Who doesn't love French toast, right? And it cracks me up, because now these new recipes are saying, blueberry French toast, or whatever French toast casseroles and stuff. It's called bread pudding, people. It's called bread pudding. But bread pudding doesn't sound as delicious as French toast casserole, right? But it's the same thing. So people who didn't grow up eating bread pudding, which I never really grew up eating bread pudding, but I made it. I think the first time I made it was about 20 years ago. And and it was delicious. I never really knew what it was, but I found this recipe and I made it. And my husband took a couple of things of it to work for his holiday party. The doctors loved it there. He worked in a surgery center. And in fact, one doctor, he was like, I'm having I'm having a big family gathering, and could your wife please make me a couple trays of that? I'll pay her. And but at the time I was so busy. I was like, I really can't. I would love to, but I really can't. But he was so enamored with it. He wanted me to make some so that he could serve it at his, to do. So anyway, that made me feel good anyway, right? So yeah, I mean, who doesn't love a good French toast casserole? Yum, yum, which is also bread pudding. So anyway, so yes, my sister-in-law found that tote that has the blanket in it, and I can't wait to lay it across the guest room bed and just see how much more I need to do, because I think that maybe I don't need to do as much as I'm thinking in my mind. I'm thinking that maybe it might be ready. It might be done. I don't know. How cool would that be? And so, yeah, I'm excited about that. And since it's a scrap blanket, if I need it to be longer, I can just do, some rows up top. It can be eclectic, right? It can be not, how am I going to say this? It can be not perfect. It can be I'm going to call it artsy. Like this scrap blanket can be just have a mind of its own. And I know it's going to have a mind of its own because if you've been following me for a while, I've been making this scrap blanket for a while because I started it live, and it kind of, I guess while I was talking, so it kind of, the side is kind of wavy, but that's okay because I've got a plan on how to straighten that up. In the sides, the part that goes in, I'm just going to do some double crochet, and then when it comes back out, I'm going to do some single so that I can try to fill that in, right? And get that to kind of come together a little bit. So anyway, yes, this year of not buying yarn is going to be fun, fun, fun. I'm hoping that it will help spark some creativity in us, help get us out of that box of, this has to be this color, this has to be this way, this has to be that way. Oh, we can't do this, we can't do that. No more we can't do. It's just like, what is the possibility? What can we do? How can we make this work? How can we make this color, whatever. And so I'm real excited about that. I'm excited about getting, some rugs done so that we can finally get some things going. I like that I'm using orange and some darker colors because let me tell you, here I have discovered that red clay is the color to go with. And I'm so glad that we went with this color floor because our Rosie girl is a red dog. And so when she lays on the floor, she can kind of blend in with the floor, which is good because that means that when people walk in with the red clay on their feet, which happens, that it doesn't show up so fast. I'm so glad that, there was like this trend of doing gray faux wood floors, right? And it was in the gray area. If I had done that, we would see orange footprints from my Rosie girl all over. Can you imagine? Yeah, that would have been crazy. Crazy. Oh, I see. The egg content is what differs. Bread pudding has more eggs, making more custard than French toast casserole. Well, I would say yes, But we do have a recipe for a blueberry French toast and casserole, and that one uses, yeah, that one uses just as many eggs, I think, maybe even a little more. A bread pudding usually uses about like six eggs and a cup of milk or 2 cups of milk or something like that. Um, yeah, I think it just depends on your recipe, but I've I've seen them both side by side, and but so delicious, so delicious. And and I've tried bread pudding where, like, there used to be a restaurant called Southern Pig and Cattle Company, and it was a barbecue place, very delicious food. And they would always have bread pudding on their salad bar, and it was cold. They served it cold, and they served it sliced up, and it was just like a really thick slice, and it had the good cinnamon taste and everything. But that was different from the other bread pudding that I've got the recipe for, which was more like chunks of bread with the custard and the, all of that. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So I'm thinking that, oh gosh, so hubby and I did not get to bed until it was after 2. And it was probably after 3 when I actually got to sleep because I was kind of restless. And then my back was hurting. And so then, I laid on my side. And then my kitty girl, she wanted to curl up with me. And so it was probably closer to 3:30 when I finally went to sleep. So, yeah. So I'm running on adrenaline. And I was just real pepped up and everything. After my aunt and uncle left, and then they took my Aunt Dottie with them because she had never seen their new cabin. And so anyway, so Mom went to bed and Dad was in bed. And so it was Tim and Tanya and Enzo and me and my husband, and we were still up. And so I started, the Nashville Live had ended, and I started putting some songs on the television through YouTube that I wanted to hear in the new year. And they were just like really peppy, you know, just some fun country songs, right? Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. I wanted to hear that because I just love that. I love that pep in that song. And then Boys Round Here with Blake Shelton. I wanted to hear that. And see, I always want to call it the honky tonk song, but it's not. Hillbilly Bone. I wanted to hear that song. That's Blake Shelton and Trace Atkins. And so those are just some real country, happy, peppy songs that I wanted to hear. And it was funny because so my sweet sister-in-law didn't know all the songs, but she quickly got them and she was singing along, right? And so like the one Hillbilly Bone, and then when you get to the part where, yeehaw, where you do that, and I never resist doing it up big. I don't care where I'm at. I'm doing the yeehaw really loud, right? And so Enzo was sitting next to me, and he's originally from Sicily, Italy, and he now currently half-time lives in Canada. But so he still has a really strong, Italian accent and everything, and he doesn't quite catch all of the English, but he's pretty good. So we're listening to this, and he's just like fascinated. Like, I don't think he's ever heard these songs before, right? And so I'm playing that song, and we're singing it, and of course my husband knows yeehaw is coming up because Barbara never resists saying that. Really, yeehaw! I just can't help it. It just was the fun. It's just fun, right? And so we're singing away, and it gets to that part, and I can see him. He laughs. He just like got tickled, right? And he was laughing. And so then, he knew it was coming up again. But every single time I did the yeehaw, he laughed. So that was fun because I knew that he was enjoying, or either that or he was laughing at me. I don't care. And so then there was the other one, Boys Round Here, and when it got to the chew tobacco spit, that part, which I know if you've never heard that song, you're going to think that is really weird. But it's fun. So anyway, he cracked up at that one too. I don't know if he understood it, but he knew it was like a thing, right? And so he laughed. It was just fun. And so we played those songs kind of loud and all sang along. And then I was like, okay, I'm done. When I got through my little list of songs that were peppy and everything, and I'm like, well, thank you for indulging me and, listening to those songs. And Tanya was like, they were fun. I'm like, yes, they were, weren't they? And so we had a good time. So then they went home, and maybe they'll come back over today. We're not sure. They might. So we'll see. If they come back over today, they're going to actually be leaving to go home tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, and then right after midnight, then my little granddaughter called me. She's 6. And so I put her on speakerphone, and she was telling me how, they stayed up until midnight. And the little 3-year-old, she kind of did not quite make it. They woke her up right after midnight so they could go outside because the neighbors like to put off fireworks. And so there's usually fireworks in their neighborhood. And so they usually go outside and they just stay out for, maybe 5-10 minutes so that they can enjoy whatever fireworks the neighbors are putting off. And then they come back in. So they had just put Annabelle to bed, and Nicole wanted to call and say Happy New Year. So she was excited, and it was just fun. It was fun. So it was a really good New Year, It was fun. So I hope that you had a really nice New Year too. If you were home, just enjoying the peace and quiet by yourself or with your, with some family or friends, or however you brought in the new year, I hope it blessed you. And we are going to stick together this year, 2024. We're going to stick together. We're going to get through whatever 2024, throws at us. But we are going to find the joy in something every day. So that's what we're going to do. And Yinbi, everybody, happy Yinbi. Yay, I'm not buying yarn for 2024. So this is my Yinbi year. If you would like to join me, come on in and join me. If you don't want to, that's okay. There's no shame. You buy your yarn and you be the best version of you that you can be. And I'm going to not buy yarn and be the best version of me that I can be. That's my goal for this year, is just to find joy in all the little things. Some days might be harder than others, so let's just be real about that. Let's not have, expectations that are too high, because let's face it, life is rough. Rough things happen. Sad things happen, bad things happen, but there's also good things that happen. And if we start looking for the good things and looking for the things that bring us joy, we can try to concentrate on that, including yarn, and have a great year. And so I am excited. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for hanging out with me on the first day of January of 2024. The year of not buying yarn and the year of joy. So have a great day. Stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And much love to everybody. And I will see you on Wednesday for our Whip Wednesday. And let's see what we can get into for Whip Wednesday. Okay? Bye, everyone.